Good evening.
Good evening.
Shout out to Charlene, Rebecca, and the Healthbeats family. Join you today, but really I'd like for you to take a minute to think about everything that's going on in the world today and what differences you all could make. So the title of my piece is Ikigai to Ubuntu. Ever heard of Ikigai? Ubuntu? Okay. So this is a story of impact and connection. In the tapestry of life, there are moments that stand out like vibrant threads, weaving together experiences that shape our understanding of purpose and community. One such moment for me was the day that I discovered the profound connection between the Japanese concept of ikigai, in other words, that reason for being, and the African philosophy of Ubuntu, which emphasizes our shared community. This realization came to me in a small, unassuming community health center where a simple act of kindness resulted in a chance encounter that transformed my perspective on the impact of my work. It was a warm, muggy afternoon on the outskirts of Haiti, similar to the muggy afternoons in Lagos where I grew up. I was at a local community health center, a place that served as a refuge of hope for many in the surrounding neighborhood. As I entered the compound, I was greeted by the warm smiles of children playing and the gentle humming of conversations among the countless adults who were present. You see, I had been involved in various community projects over the years and around the world, but this day felt different. It had been a few years since Haiti experienced that 7.0 magnitude earthquake that left tens of thousands dead and millions homeless. I was there to help organize the health fair, but little did I know that I was about to experience a pivotal moment in my life. As I sorted through boxes of medical supplies that we had acquired from a group here in Atlanta, MedShare International, I noticed an elderly woman sitting alone at a table. Her hands were trembling slightly as she sorted through boxes of food. Her name was Mama Gerline, a widow who had lived in the community for decades. I approached her and offered a smile and a helping hand. We began to chat. And she shared stories of her late husband and her late children, all lost in the 2010 earthquake. We talked about the challenges she faced living on rations on a day-to-day basis, despite having extraordinarily little left to her name. She was determined to do her part to help rebuild her torn nation. She believed that her life had been spared during the earthquake so that she could be a messenger of hope and change. She did not have any sources of funding like the big NGOs that were all over Haiti at that point in time. But you know what? She had a heart of gold and a determination of steel. As she spoke, I felt a deep sense of empathy wash over me. Here was a woman whose life was filled with love and loss, yet she radiated resilience and hope. I asked what we could do differently for her and the community, and she stated, "You know what? Don't worry about me. Instead, focus on the youth, for they represent tomorrow. You know, she stated that children represent the heartbeat of a broken community. And if that heart failed, the community itself would cease to flourish. In that moment, I realized that my work was not just about organizing health fairs and collecting and distributing medical equipment and supplies. It was about connecting with people and truly understanding their stories and recognizing the impact of our collective efforts in the bid to transform the community. Mama Gerline's gratitude for the small act of kindness we offered was palpable. She expressed how the community center had become a lifeline for her and many, many others. A place where she felt valued and cared for. And you know what? It struck me. This was the very essence of Ikigai, finding purpose in serving others and contributing to that greater good. As our conversations deepened, Mama Gerline introduced me to what I then realized was the concept of Ubuntu. She explained a phrase, "I am because we are." It encapsulates the idea that our identities are intertwined with those of others. This philosophy resonated with me, illuminating a path forward that I had not previously considered. I began to see how my work could extend beyond the individual acts to foster a sense of community and belonging. That day, I left the community center with a renewed sense of purpose. What we were doing was simply not enough. The children in the community needed to go to school in order to champion the cause of tomorrow. But to do that, they needed food, nourishment. They needed a safe environment to live, learn, and play in. So our group of graduate students from schools all around the metro area and volunteers adopted a Creole term on that day, "nous capables," simply meaning we can. And it became our call to action and our rallying cry. I understood then that my role was not merely to aid, but to cultivate relationships and to create an environment where everybody felt seen, heard, and truly respected. That ripple effect of a small act of care and simply listening could lead to the transformation of lives. Just as it had for Madame Gerline, I realized that when we invest in one another, we build a strong and more resilient community. In the weeks, months, and in fact, years that followed, I took this newfound understanding to heart. I began to engage more deeply with the people that we served. I truly learned to listen to their stories and learn about their needs. We organized student movements. We not only provided outreach and resources, but we also fostered connections among the community members by engaging the community and performing extensive community needs assessments. I witnessed firsthand how small initiatives created a sense of belonging and empowerment. People began to come from all over Haiti to share their knowledge, their skills, and their many talents, forming a network of support that transcended the individual struggles. This breakthrough that I experienced on that day was not just a personal revelation. It was truly a call to action. I understood that my work could be a catalyst for change and a means to uplift others and create a healthier and more compassionate society. The principles of Ikigai and Ubuntu became my guiding light in my journey, reminding me that true fulfillment comes from serving others and truly, truly recognizing our shared humanity. So, reflecting on that pivotal moment, I am truly blessed and grateful to have had the opportunity to connect with Madame Gerline and many others who have enriched my life. Their stories have taught me that every small act of kindness has the potential to create ripples of change and transformation. I have come to appreciate the beauty of community where we can support one another and thrive collectively. And in conclusion, my journey from Ikigai to Ubuntu has simply been transformative. It has illuminated a path forward, one that emphasizes the importance of connection, empathy, and shared purpose. So as I continue to navigate my work and my life, I carry with me the lessons that I learned on that muggy afternoon in Port-au-Prince, Haiti. A reminder that we are all interconnected and that our actions, no matter how small, can have a lasting impact on the world around us. Thank you all very much for taking this journey with me.